What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? This is Dominic Minchella. I am the Kansas City Chiefs beat writer on SI and the host of the Kansas City Chiefs Insider Podcast. Welcome back. Super excited. I told you guys yesterday that we will continue moving forward in our discussion about what the Kansas City Chiefs should do with their draft picks. And I just want to start off by saying, before we get into this topic, I had a great opportunity to be included with other terrific journalists through Sports Illustrated and come up with our very own mock draft. So thank you guys so much if you paid attention to that at all. And it's a great opportunity for me, and I'm very blessed to have that opportunity in that role, especially because I was tasked with choosing where the Kansas City Chiefs would go with their 31st overall pick. As if I was in control of the Chiefs and based off the lineup. I want to first start off by saying I did not select Josh Simmons. By popular demand, Josh Simmons has been highly mocked to the Kansas City Chiefs all offseason long, all draft season, and he is a talented guy. If he wouldn't have blown out his knee, he would have definitely gone way further in this draft. But in this mock draft, he was picked up by the Houston Texans with the 25th overall pick. They could also use a guy like Josh Simmons, and hopefully they'll be able to, if they do end up choosing him, we'll be able to mold him well into what we all believe he could be. But in this mock draft, given everything that was gone, once the 31st pick came into play, the Kansas City Chiefs selected Gray Zabel, an offensive tackle from North Dakota State. Now, let me tell you, out of the players that were available to me being able to choose in this draft, he made the most sense. The Chiefs are very high on him. He's a very personable guy. I don't know if you've ever seen an interview with him. And most of all, he's a terrific young player. He's got the upside like no other. In fact, according to his draft profile, he's projected to be a eventual plus starter in the National Football League. He earned himself a grade of a 6.34, and he's ranked the first offensive tackle that competed at the NFL Combine. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, this guy's going to be pretty good. He had a 36.5 vertical jump. Was able to bench press 26 times, and he just makes the most sense with this pick. Here's the blurb that I wrote following the draft selection. The Chiefs needed to address their offensive line after their lackluster Super Bowl appearance against the Philadelphia Eagles, which we all saw. It ended up being one of the more dominant games for the Eagles that we've seen in a long time. And unfortunately, it came at the hands of the Chiefs. But that being said, it is crucial that they address the offensive tackle, meaning why I chose him. Continuing on, North Dakota State's Gray Zabel could be that immediate fix. His fast footwork and versatility on the offensive line would greatly protect quarterback Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, like I said before, was sacked the most in his career last season. They brought in Jalen Moore on a 2-year deal. And while some people may not be completely sold on the move, General Manager Brett Veach did say that the Chiefs think very, very highly of him and that he is going to be a part of the future, at least for the foreseeable future. The only concerning part with him is that he only had 5 starts last season with San Francisco. In his career, he's had multiple, but he's never been gifted the starting role every single game. Zabel would be a great backup piece unless he shines through training camp. He is one of the most powerful offensive tackles in this draft. I don't know if you've seen him play, but his fast footwork, he makes sure that he keeps his defender in front of him, doesn't let him get by at all, which can only benefit Patrick Mahomes. As we've seen, he likes to hold the ball a little bit more before he launches it, or if he just takes off with him by himself. Zabel will be able to give the Chiefs that reassurance on that line wherever they put him. That's another thing. He is not just subject to one of the 5 positions. He can play anywhere on that offensive line. Last season, they were moving people around, trying to see if this works, if this works. We were running out of depth at this position. Zabel would be able to be that guy going into the future. Should they select him if he's there? I think so. I think that Josh Simmons, if he does fall to them, he's a great pickup, but we don't know how his injury is going to affect how he plays throughout his career. And that might be too early to say, but a big injury like that to a larger man on the lower half of his body can only slow him down. Not doubting the guy at all. Terrific. We know this, that Josh Simmons is that guy. And I'm sure the Chiefs would love him. But if he does eventually go earlier in this mock draft and the Chiefs sit at their 31st position, I think that there are many talented players with high upside like Gray Zabel who could fill in that role. Like I said, it was amazing to be able to be given and trusted with that opportunity in selecting him. I've done a lot of research about his game. He is one of those guys that is just going to make a big difference. He was 6'6", 312 pounds. He is a personable guy, good interview. He's projected to go in the first or second round, which to me means he could go late in the first round, which is perfect because the Chiefs wouldn't have to be so aggressive early on and just solidify that pick by picking an offensive tackle. He's a teachable guy. And I think that if the Chiefs were to snag him, that it would only benefit the franchise, and he would become one of the more beloved players by the Chiefs kingdom. All right, guys, that concludes the episode for today. I appreciate you guys stopping in. Remember, always be kind to one another. We're getting closer and closer to the NFL draft. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Remember, be kind to one another. All right, I'll see you.